and welcome to the channel. I thought I'd start things off with some gaming content. I'm sure plenty of people do that. But here's a game here, Solasta, Crown of the Magister. This is a game that's intrigued me for a while. It's based on according to the devs anyway, of Dungeons & Dragons 5.1 rule set. And on that note, I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons since the very early 80s, if not before, way back to the Greyhawk days. On that note, that makes me somewhat of an older gamer. But with that, gives a different perspective, experience, knowledge, play style, whatever. By no means does that make me an expert at the game or anything like that. No. I'm just saying that, the game's been revised so many times over the years. It's just a great genre. I just like that fantasy RPG of Dungeons & Dragons, that style, and the rule set that goes along with it. Other people have their other favorites, so I just happen to like this. So on that note, I've gone over the settings pretty much, and I left everything default, but I just made sure it's authentic settings and not cream puff or insane mode. So let's go ahead and make our party. Okay, so in this game they have pre-gens, pre-rolls, whatever, and they're great in a pinch to get people up and playing, but I don't like them generally because I didn't roll them. I have no investment in these characters. I don't know a thing about them. I have no investment. They're not mine. They're not my creations, so let's not go ahead and do that all. Let's go ahead and make our own characters, and we'll start off with the first character, with a music change. That's cool. And in this game, they have some races that are unique to Solasta, and that's cool. And there's people that have videos out there that go over all the different races, and they go over all the different backgrounds, and there's really high production value type stuff. That's not going to be me here. I'm just going to go into my gaming type stuff. On that note, the videos I have seen out there on the game, pretty much mostly the tutorial type stuff, or the dev blogs and development type stuff, and looking for the releases. And so this intrigued me enough to at least try it. I try to stay away from the actual walkthrough style gaming because I just don't like spoilers in games that I have not gone all the way through, and that's great. People that do that, and in a way, technically, it's really what I'm uploading now for other people that are watching it, so I do apologize. But at the same time, I just figured I'd go along with share the experience with me, guys. We're going to make my first character, Nomicon. Nomicon is a necromancer. He's a guy that I've had since, I don't know, 82, 83, somewhere around there. And on that note, he's been around. he's like 17th level. He still has not officially died. He's actually a permanent NPC in Dungeons & Dragons Online. He is a vendor in a zone called a 12. There was a group of us that did some work, or we're a special group, private group that did some work for the devs for playtesting, and it was a very small group, but did some playtesting and exploits and just helping them balance some of the things in the early days. I mean, the Storm Giant quest, I think I broke that in 3.5 minutes, where I got up and killed the Hill Giant. From the moment you zoned into killing the Hill Giant was like 3 minutes or so, maybe 4. Yeah, it's been fixed a long time ago. But anyway, as we kind of retired out of the game, they made our characters into permanent NPCs. So he's a vendor in the 12. But yeah, as a character, he's been around. I mean, he's even in Journey Quest. He's got his own little one-off episode. He's the creator of the Temple of All Dooms, believe it or not. So yeah, he's been around. But he's a character I know the most. And I have the most fun with, really. So in this game, they don't really have specialty classes or something like that. You can't be an evoker, an illusionist, or necromancer. So, well, it is what it is. But they don't even have gnomes or whatever. But that being said, he is a human. So, like I said, the other people do videos on all these different things. That's great. But we're going to go stick with keeping things somewhat streamlined. We'll try to keep these videos down. You don't have to hear me ramble on all day. equipments. He's a quarterstaff type guy and a component pouch. Okay. He's not into the spell focus. I don't really agree with that. In some games they do that. I don't. His last name's not Potter. You know, I don't have a wand. Where's my wand? My wand broke. I can't do anything. I'm worthless. No. Go back to town. No. Okay, so that's him. Arcane Traditions. He'll get to select these at level 2, and you pretty much got Shark Arcanist, Lore Master Green Mage, and Green Mage is kind of like a ranger or druid cross, you know, and get the light armor and archery type stuff. But you could do the tech druidic spells, and you could scribe them. He's gonna be a lore master, I can tell already. Because he's a bookworm. He's always in furthering his research into bridging the gaps between life and death, and eventually he wants to become a lich, you know, down the road. The further that. So he's always gonna be deep diving into stuff. That being said, let's move on. Background. Yeah, he's kind of got a, in a way, he's kind of, as a character over the years, he has kind of ties to each one of these things, except maybe sellsword or spy. But he's an academic. I can see that's going to be him here. But he has ties to acolyte because, you know, he's always talking to secret societies and cults, whatever, whatnot, trying to, you know, they can raise the dead, whatever, whatnot. You know, he's trying to bridge, like I said, he's bridging that gap between life and death as a necromancer. You know, on that note, as a character, he's not that vile, you know, insane type. He's more of a, you know, he's polite and he's got manners, so he's somewhat of an aristocrat, but he's a fake. He's a fake. He you know, passes himself off and whatever, whatnot. But you know, you want to be, need to be, could have been. He's just not. You know, he's a hipster, whatever. He's too busy doing grave robbing to worry about that. He is a lowlife. Yes, he is a lowlife. However, I don't choose lowlife in games specifically because it gives him proficiencies in skills that he otherwise does not have. Sleight hand, stealth, deception, thieves' tools, things like that. So, yeah, he is a lowlife by manner of his profession, not necessarily the manner of his background. All right? Yeah, he's a lowlife profession. All right, but he's a philosopher. You know, he'll sit there on a stump killing monsters with you all day long and having side conversations about the merits of becoming a lich and, you know, the manners therein in the methods. It's all philosophy, you know, life, death type stuff for him. So we're going to go with the academic. He's a bookworm. So he is a neutral evil type guy. He's kind of breaking the law because, you know, the grave robbing, whatever, whatnot. He's out for his own self. He's a little bit of law. You know, he understands there's a hierarchy. I mean, for example, like the planes of hell. Most devils are lawful evil and most demons are chaotic evil. But he's more of a neutral evil. He's kind of like in between there. He's out for his own gain. So let's go and give him some background flags. He gets 2 there. He'll be pragmatic because, you know, you go along to get along. You know, he doesn't necessarily like the party, but they happen to be going to a tomb that has this scripture that he needs to further his research. So, yeah, he's going to play nice and get along until he gets what he wants, necessarily. And he has so much, like I mentioned before, he's got a little bit of an ego, you know, per se. You know, you see how to raise that, raise that skeleton to save your butt. You know, you can't do that. You know, whatever. But yeah, he's a neutral evil kind of guy. He's not so much careless with his violence, so not necessarily that direction, but he is cautious. He's looking out for number 1, but he is greedy. You know, his tendency to value wealth, comfort above all. It's, like I said, that's part of that hipster thing and, you know, power and, you know, he's not so much into the fame and fortune as opposed to his own gain, because at the end it affords him his own research. So, yeah, pragmatic ego. So he's formal. There you go. Yeah, see, it all adds up. Exactly. Yeah, formal, pragmatic, cautious, and greedy. Yeah, there you go. So, moving on. Ability scores. Standard array. Rolling the dice. Point buy. All right, well, I don't like point buys because, you know, I understand why they exist. They, you know, for tournaments or just, you know, for come as you are type games, they all can add up what you got. It's fair. I get it. And yeah, you can free edit this stuff down, but you know, like I said, I don't really like this because based on that, it's like you can't get below 9. I dump everything into it. I can't get a 16. You know, that past that, you know, maybe a 17 if I had a different race or something. Nah, it's just not him. So the whole point of rolling a character is to roll the character. So we, you know, whatever spits out, we don't care. So we will take the official roll for Nomicon, which will be 46, dropping the lowest one. All right, cool. Let's see what we get, and hopefully it's close to his original stats. And that way, everyone can see that it's fair. 1, 2, 3, official roll for Nomicon. Not rolling 100 times for him. Fair enough. All right. He gets an 18 int. He's going to get, for concentration purposes, he's going to get that, and he's going to get a dex. Oh, this is going to be a little high. Yeah. Not bad. This is supposed to be an 8. That's supposed to be a 10. You know, this was a little higher, but well, that's pretty close for what counts as far as his dex. Yeah. Yeah, he had a 16 con. Yeah. Back in the day, it was only +2, but that's okay. So there you go. There is Nomicon. So let's move on. Proficiencies. Arcana, Insight, Nature, Manical and Rosary, and okay, that is... Alright, so... Looks like, okay, you can enchant items with it, make scrolls, of course. So he gets 2 class skills. Let's go ahead and give him some investigation. He likes figuring things out. And a lot of people would probably choose history. But no, it's not really so much him. Medicine, yeah, he works with cadavers all the time, so he's always, you know, like I said, furthering his research. But he's more towards that religion side I was mentioning earlier. I mean, like it says right there, you know, religious hierarchies, holy symbols, and practice of secret cults. So yeah, he's trying to bridge that gap. That's the whole point of him. Languages. I know he had Elvish, and I know he had Orcish. We'll get one more. Yeah, orcs make great. If you can align with the tribe, oh boy, I'll tell you, they can stack the bodies and create more material for research. Terran, that's your primordial stuff. Okay, that's not. Old Termarian, an ancient language originated from Tiramar, lost world of humans. It has been protected, transmitted. Okay, so in Solasta, the world of Solasta, it was just elves. Only elves existed here. And then this rift opened up, and escaping from another realm were humans and, oh god, you know, a whole bunch of other races. But and it destroyed a whole bunch of things. Anyway, they eventually closed that rift up because they were being pursued, whatever, by other creatures. And so now humans exist here, where otherwise they did not. And that was like quite a number of years, 1,000 years ago, whatever. So yeah, in this remake of Nomicon, he would have had that from background or ancestry. I probably should have chosen his ancestry. But he is a human, so he would either researched or would have been passed down. So that's fair. We'll go with that. That's his languages. Let's go ahead and move on. Spells. Scroll. Oh, I select sections. Cantrip. All right, cantrips. He gets 3 cantrips. Well, it's not exactly a complete list of spells, obviously. But, you know, we'll work with what we got, you know. Just like the devs. The budget is what the budget is. All right, Chill Touch, Necromancy right off the bat. That's a great spell. You can't heal if you're chilled. It only lasts for the round, but no drinking potions. And if you're undead, you get disadvantage attacking me back. We're going to give him some Dancing Lights. I think Dancing Lights is better than Light in many circumstances because you can move it around. And Light, well, you can light up your staff, or I mean, it has its uses. I mean, put light on a silver coin, put it in a scroll tube, and you got a flashlight. You know, whatever. All sorts of tricks of the trade. Firebolt, a lot of people take that, or Ray of Frost. It's got a little shorter range than Firebolt. That's fine. I don't like Shadow Daggers, never have. There is an older spell than that was called Silver Daggers, and it's like spectral. different things. Sparkle. Oh, that's right. Yeah, sparkle. You know what? Glancing at this entire list, that's a neat thing. All of these spells that you see here, all these cantrips, they all take actions. Except for sparkle. That is a bonus action. So these are all actions. Action, action. You gotta look right there. Action, 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 action. Yeah. Shock and grasp, melee hit, right, whatever. They're all actions, but sparkle's not. It's a bonus action. So yeah, you enter a chamber. Oh, scroll back there. You enter a chamber and it's dimly lit. You get disadvantage, but hey, bonus action. Light up the sconces and torches, whatever, on the wall. Boom, boom, boom. And then turn around, and then you can cast and you're not at a disadvantage. So yeah, it has its uses in a pinch. Light things up, help out the party. You know. So let's go ahead and go with first level. So you get 6 of them. So by no means is it a complete list. They don't have chromatic orb. Darn it. I like chromatic orb. Always have. I would go with what we got. I think one of the best AoEs you can get at first level is Burning Hands. Other people would disagree. They probably say Grease because, you know, you can blow it up, whatever. And Slip Fall, you know, type stuff. Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Just call it Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Whatever, it's Hideous Laughter. But Burning Hands is one of the best AoEs you can get, I think. I mean, they're going to be in your face anyway. The little books. These are ritual casts. Yep. So I don't necessarily have to memorize them. I think that every wizard should be required to take detect magic, you know, read magic, whatever. Because that's the whole point. This is your class. You got to understand your class. You gotta have your, you know, a foundation there. So detect magic, that'll save money. At the same time, it's the foundation of who you are as a character. So yeah, it takes a slot from other combative type stuff, but it's stuff that you should have learned while you were in training. Identify, that'll save you money, and it's a ritual. I don't have to memorize it. That's great. Every single wizard, in my opinion, should take mage armor. I don't believe in the whole armoring up a character. I think, you know, they're cloth. It's as simple as that, or magical defense. I'm traditionalist on that level. And who does not like shield? I mean, who doesn't like the extra +5 AC it gives you? Plus immunity to magic missile, and it's a reaction, so it lasts for the whole round. That's, you know, good in a pinch. Takes up a spell slot, but that's okay. It gives me one more. Well, what Dungeons and Dragons game would be complete without taking magic missile? In every single implementation of Dungeons and Dragons in a game, magic missiles, I think, always been implemented because it's just a fun spell. I cast magic missile. Yeah, it's just, you know, bread and butter. It's great to get people out, you know, if they're low on health, they're out of the lineup, they can't crit you the next round with a lightning bolt because they're dead. Ask me how I know. So yeah, there you go, kind of balanced. He's got his defense, mage armor and shield. He's got his utility for detecting magic and identifying. And he's got his combative Burning Hands AoE and a magic missile for some range. There you go, that's about all you can do. I mean, some people would flip it around, and I don't like sleep, but whatever. We can theory craft and debate all day long, but that's just not how it's going to be. Alright, so let's go ahead and create our character, Nomicon. There you go. And we'll give him a face. Let's get rid of this beard so I can see it here. Only 6 faces. Alright, we'll give him that face. Not too much changing. He's got a kind of a grayish death look to him. There you go. His hair will be black. That's more of a brown in there. That's black. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's go back to number 1. Oh, there's only 18 of them anyway. 19? Alright. That's too elvish. Nope. Nope. He has a particular look. Alright, that'll work. And he's got a beard that's tied off in front. Let's see if we can find one. No, he's not a swashbuckler. No. Oh, only got 9 of them. So, there you go. There's Nom. And he has kind of like white eyes or silver. Basically, best you can get. Physique, he's not terribly strong. He's not buff. He's a caster. He's gonna be like right there. Age, he's been around, so we'll put him right up there. By no means is it a reflection of me, but hey, you know, doing that just for give Nom a little bit of wrinkles. Let's go ahead and give him a voice.
My congratulations on a job well done.
I like it.
Such athleticism. I'm in your debt, my friend. The fight is not yet over.
All right.
Another victory! You have them now. You are a true savior.
All right.
We won't be fooled so easily. Ingenious, but not unbeatable. You are a valued comrade.
Oh boy, that's a wimp.
A good kill, as they say.
There you go. Yeah, there's Nom's voice. Pronoun, she, he, they. Whatever, people. He's a he. Don't like it? Good. Cracks me up. Jeez. Oops. You know, in his later years, he actually became a pretty good bounty, going for bounties, and that was his catchphrase. He was a necromancer, think about it, you know, he meant it. You can come along easily, or I'm not going to carry you. But you will be coming back. Yeah, it was kind of fun role-playing some of the things. So, and he meant it. All right, moving on. Oh, that would be the end of the character finish. So, we will end this episode with Nomicon's creation, and we'll create, since now I have an idea of what this looks like, we will actually create the characters, the other 3 characters of the party in the next one, and we'll just zip right through it. Like I said, we're going to make a balanced party, so that'll have to be in the next episode. Because I'm shooting for like a half an hour, if at all possible, or area range. Some episodes will be longer, some will be shorter. But that being said, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And if you do, great. If you don't, well, I don't care. And we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.